everyone. Welcome to the energy reading of the week with my healing burnout deck. And I just want to reflect on the card of last week. If you remember, we had workload was the card, and it said your workload is unmanageable. Now, let me tell you, I had 3 deadlines last week, and I've only just completed the last deadline today. It's 7 p.m. in the UK right now. Well, a little bit later than that. Could be a tiny bit later when I post this video, but oh my goodness, was this card correct? Now, it wasn't unmanageable. I managed it, but it was the busiest week I've had in a very, very long time. In fact, I hadn't experienced this kind of busyness, since working in a law firm. So quite the experience. Now, let's pull a card and ask, what is the energy of the week supporting this week? Let's see what we should be focusing on. And oh, that's quite interesting. It looks like we should be focusing on our health. The angel of health is here to help us. And what this indicates to me is that if we have been postponing, and I certainly have, so I'm going to be taking my own advice, making an appointment with a medical practitioner or or another kind of practitioners, but related to our health. It is time to do this and no longer to procrastinate this. I think what this is also encouraging us is to perhaps brush up our lifestyle if we've been indulging in certain foods that we know are not good for us, or if we've been drinking a little bit too much wine or too much beer or whatever it is that you drink. Look into that, see if you can change the way you drink. That would be a really good idea. And this is the reason why this angel is here. Support will be available more this week than ever before. So reach out, and you could also keep an open mind and send your intention that you're going to receive the help that you need. And you might be surprised at the coincidences or the synchronicities that might happen as a result of this intention. If you decide to use the energy of the week for your best interest, right? If this is the supporting energy for the week, it is a massive encouragement for you to address any health issue that you might have. Now, so we've talked about seeking medical support. We've talked about brushing up our lifestyle, specifically with food and drink. But of course, there's all other modalities or areas where we could do this. We could look into our sleep, although the sleep is not directly addressed with health, but it has a massive impact on our health. And I'm also wanting to talk about movement. I don't like to use the word exercise, because exercise somehow, at least for me, might not be the same for you, imply an effort. Now, I'm not saying effort is wrong, but when you're not very motivated to go and move your body, using the word exercise can actually trip you up a little bit, or subconsciously feed into the fact that it's an effort to do that. I want to say that for me, there's been a huge transformation in the past month and a week, which I'm not sure I've mentioned on this energy reading before. But this is where I want to mention the angel, because you might not understand or believe that angels can help with your health or with your fitness, but they do. In 2009, I was inspired, and I put it down to the angels, but use whatever words you want to use. It could be universal intelligence. It could be just life, if you don't believe in anything bigger. But obviously, if you're watching this video, you're open to spiritual matters, because this is what I do. literally overnight, I started running in September 2009. I had never run in my entire life, except when I was forced to run in school, in PE classes, and it was a disaster. Not only was I crass at it, but also because I was always the last one on the athletic track, I kept on being harassed and mocked by my peers, which made it even worse. That it made it even less attractive for me to run because I thought I was bad at it and that you had to run fast in order to run at all, which is part of the problem of competitiveness in sports and also in art, for example, or in all sorts of expression, is when we don't take the practice for the benefits it can have for ourselves and only put it in a context of a competition or society wanting us to participate in a certain pathway. Recognizing talent is important, but when you push talent and as a result, you almost discourage other people from engaging in a practice because they're not talented enough, you actually create some, how can I say, you exclude people from activities that are important for them. I suppose that's what I want to say. So, running, I just hated it, obviously, because I had a bad experience. I wouldn't even run for a bus or a plane, right? So obviously, I made sure I was incredibly early, so I never had to run. Um, but yeah, running was absolutely not on my radar. But in September 2009, I expressed the wish, or I set the intention, to become more fit. And I didn't want to go to the gym at the time. I hated gyms almost maybe as much as I hated running. Hate is a big word, of course. I didn't hate, but I disliked these environments, and it's quite common to do so when you have huge body images, because in gyms you have people who work out a lot and who maybe have a body, and it could be that it has nothing to do with their fitness level, because some people are naturally slimmer than others. But when you're confronted with all these bodies and you have a bigger body than most people, then that can be a little bit traumatic, or at least off-putting. Anyway, overnight, I was inspired to start running, and I haven't stopped since 2009. Can you imagine that? I even did a 5K. I don't know if I could do it again, but it was all beautiful and inspired. And that's why I suppose I'm sharing this story, as I've just explained, to show you that the universe, angels, I really care about your fitness and your health. So you can ask them to be inspired. Now, I was also recently inspired at the end of January to join a new gym. I joined the gym actually for the first time. Well, not exactly the first time. I went to the gym when I was in my 20s, but I'm 60 now. And I joined a gym in March last year after a GP referral to help me improve a knee injury that was getting pretty nasty. I'm still suffering a little bit. It's more discomfort. It's not even pain now anymore. It's more that I'm not as flexible in my knees as I used to be. But anyway, I was referred to a gym. And then in January this year, 2026, I decided to join another gym that has a spa attached to it. And believe it or not, I have been there every single day since I've joined. To the exception of maybe 3 days, because one day I had a migraine, the other one I can't remember. There was very specific reasons. Now, today, for the first time, I've been able to run 30 minutes on a treadmill, and it brings me an incredible amount of joy, because getting back into running has been on my mind for the past 2 years since I've had this injury. So just to say, I do feel that this inspiration showing is this new gym was very much supported by my angels. So that's why I'm so excited about the angel of health. I don't know what she's going to do more for us this week, but definitely call upon her if you feel inclined to do so. So that's my video for this week. That's the energy of the week. Please write it, enjoy it, make the most of it, and I'll speak to you again next week. Bye for now.